I am extremely tired right now. It's 6 in the morning and I have a short haul today. I am off to Gibraltar. So please excuse my appearance, my looks, everything about me right now. But I've just had a week off work. On my first day of annual leave, when I got back from Chicago, I had a bit of a runny nose and I thought, oh, maybe it's just like hay fever or something. Took tablets as normal, as I do to treat it. But then the second day of annual leave, I started to develop a cough and I was like, oh my god, and it was a really chesty cough. So I took a test and it was negative at home, the lateral flow ones. So I thought, okay, we'll keep an eye on it and see what it's like. A few days later, I still had this cough and I was like, okay, we'll do another test at home and see what it's about. Still negative. But I thought, I've got people in my family that I live with that are key workers, if we're still calling them those, and I thought I'd better go and do a PCR for them, but also just in case, you know, anyone at work is like, why on earth are you still coughing, just in case I still am when I go back. And yeah, I had that the second to last day of my annual leave and it was still negative on a PCR, so I was like, oh my god, this is really strange, like maybe coughs do exist still that aren't COVID. So yeah, I sound a bit bunged up because I'm still kind of recovering from that cold. And I was supposed to have this Gibraltar today, which was already still in place, and I had 5 days of home standby to follow. And then instead of that, I was given Gibraltar today, Prague tomorrow, and a Valencia in Spain on Sunday, and then a JFK for over 3 days after that. So overall my week is 6 days. And that always seems to be the case, that whenever you come back off of annual leave, that you're always faced with a really long week after that for some reason when you're flying. Anyone else who's cabin crew, if you experience that when you take some time off work and then work give you tons of work when you come back, that always seems to be the case. And then when I'm not on annual leave, my work is kind of spread out a bit more. It's really strange. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you can relate, if you're cabin crew as well. So yeah, that is my week ahead. I've got 3 days of short haul and I have actually paid to stay in a hotel for this weekend, just while I do this short haul, because they are early short hauls. For me, I really struggle if I'm staying at home and I'm doing consistent days of early short hauls. So I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to get a hotel, treat myself, you know, look after myself, make sure I can get a few more hours sleep, and just at least if I have a hotel room I can kind of relax a bit more and just no stress to drive home, you know. So that's what I'm doing for the weekend, and then I'm coming back home after my Valencia to repack for my JFK, and then I'm off to JFK on Monday. Yeah, that's right. This time I'm not overly fussed about doing the science because, as you guys know, I've done that before many a time, so I think it might just be a bit of a relaxed city break for next week. So yeah, that is my week ahead, and I thought, you know what, let's do a weekly vlog while I'm very busy, as I know you guys do like the weekly vlogs, and I haven't technically done a weekly vlog in a long time. So we've also had the news as well about the amber list countries, and if you are double vaccinated, I think it's from the 19th of July, that you don't have to quarantine when you get back home, which is fantastic news for the travel industry. So hopefully that means things will be picking up quite a bit over the next month, which is just what we need to see. So that's fantastic news. I think I'm going to catch up with you when I get to my hotel later, because as soon as I leave this house, it's pretty much just going to be full on and I don't ever get the chance to film. I might show you a bit of Gibraltar because we do, those of you that know what I'm talking about, we actually park up on a remote stand in Gibraltar. There's no way to connect to the actual terminal via a jetty, so we do have the opportunity to see the rock, and yeah, I will maybe get some footage of that for you to see. That's probably about as much as I'll be able to show you, so yeah, I'll probably see you when I get to the hotel later. We honestly need a major catch up because what a day I have had. I'll explain to you everything that's happened, because yeah, I don't think I've ever had a day at work like today. So, as you guys know, I headed into work for a Gibraltar there and back, and I paid to stay in a hotel tonight, and I'm now in a hotel, but not said hotel that I originally booked. So I checked in for my Gibraltar flight, as I do every single time I go to work. I check in and it tells me where I'm going, and I was like, something seems odd. And basically my schedule last minute had been changed to standby, so I had been taken off this Gibraltar flight, put on airport standby. So I asked them, I said, is this correct? Like, and I didn't check my roster actually before this, because I hadn't had the chance to. So I checked my roster and it had changed to standby. So I was like, where's this Gibraltar gone? So yeah, they said, yeah, it's correct. You are on standby now. There was a few changes and mix-ups. So yeah, I became on standby instead of flying. So luckily, I had a case packed. I very nearly didn't pack a case because I wasn't going to originally book a hotel to stay down in the weekend. But because of the fact that I was staying in a hotel meant I packed a case. So I think it was definitely fate telling me that I needed this suitcase, because I have never ever had this happen before, and it's very coincidental that I happen to have a case with me packed ready for a night stop. So they asked me, they said, have you got a case and things? I said, yeah, that's fine. So you can kind of call me for whatever you need to, really. So I started my standby at the exact same time as my Gibraltar was due to begin. That was at 9:45. And then about 2 hours into my standby, I was called for the exact same thing that I was called for a few months ago, the last time I was on airport standby, and I have been called for a Manchester night stop. So yeah, that is where I currently am right now. And I love Manchester. Manchester's a lovely place, and I'm really happy to be back here. And we are here really early, actually. We got here about 3 o'clock, so I have time to go out and do a few things. I'm going to actually pop down to the Arundel, I think it's Arundel Shopping Centre, just down the road from us. So I'm going to pop there in a bit and go do some shopping just to kill a few hours. But yeah, moving back onto my original day. So as you guys know, I plan to stay in a hotel for 2 nights, and because of this night stop, I don't actually need the 2 nights. I only now need the 1. So I thought, oh my God, am I too late to cancel one of the nights? So I called up the hotel that I'm staying at and I said, is it any chance, any way possible that I can get a refund for tonight, as I don't need it anymore? I ended up calling them at 12:30, and I think they said that if I was any later than 1 o'clock, I couldn't cancel the day. So again, fate was on my side. And this whole day, even though it's been completely turned on its side and completely different to what I was supposed to do, it's all gone in my favour. So yeah, and because of this night stop, I now don't have to do the there and back that I was due to do tomorrow, because we are landing, I think, late morning maybe tomorrow. So as soon as I'm done, I will head over to the hotel, depending on what time I can check in. And yeah, I've got pretty much a whole day to myself tomorrow. So yeah, even though it's not gone to plan at all, I'm actually quite grateful for the outcome. I always say it to everyone, everything happens for a reason, and here we are. My point is still proven, and yeah, I'm looking forward to going shopping in a bit, because I did go yesterday to Gloucester Quays and we went to do some birthday shopping, because I have a lot of birthdays coming up, including mine and Vic's next month. So I had loads of shopping I wanted to do for him, as well as a few other family members. So this is a good opportunity now to go and do some shopping with Vic not here, looking over my shoulder to see what I'm trying to buy him. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to exploring Manchester once again. I really want to come here for like a weekend or something, like me and Vic, and just kind of see the area a bit more. I'd love to go and do the Trafford Centre, but that's a bit far out. I think it's like a good 30-minute drive from our hotel, so that's kind of a no, really. The only downside to Manchester night stops, and those of you that have been through Manchester Airport will know the struggle, but Manchester security is not something to be messed with, let's just say that. And I'm telling you, they ask you to get everything out of your suitcase, including hair straighteners, laptops obviously, all electricals, anything with a charging plug or anything with some sort of battery has to go through the scanner. And even when you've done all of that, they still pull you aside to look through your case anyway to then tell you, oh no, we haven't found anything. Even though they know they're not going to, they still pull you aside anyway. Like last time, I think they picked up my face powder, so my setting powder. And I was like, well, you can give it a lick if you want. It's definitely not anything you're thinking of. Do I look like the kind of person who would be doing that kind of thing? Absolutely not. So I'm not looking forward to that tomorrow morning, but it's kind of worth it for the shorter flight. I kind of see it that way. For a few hours now from the Arundel Centre, I'm going to call it that. I don't remember the name. But yeah, I've been back for a few hours from there, and I spent like a good hour or so in there just walking around the shops, and a lot of the stuff I was looking at I can actually get in America and for cheaper, so hence why I didn't actually buy anything, because I have, I think, 3 Americas coming up now. So I've got New York next week, I've got Miami on the weekend following this weekend, and then I've got a San Francisco at the end, so all fairly decent shopping trips. So yeah, I popped into Hollister, I went into All Saints as well, Lego, just different shops like that, and just tried to suss out what I wanted to get and see if the prices were better here or whether they were better over in the States. And as usual, the prices are better over in the States. So I think this trip was just kind of sussing out what I want to get, and then I will probably go and get those things either next week or on future America trips, because I have loads of time before Vic's birthday, and yeah, I just want to get an idea and be prepared, because there have been years in the past where I have not been prepared for his birthday at all. And I like to be, because he's always really well prepared for mine, and I like to do the same in return. So yeah, I think I have an idea in my head. It's just a case of executing that idea in America for his birthday, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I came back here and I just sat and I started watching a new series called Sex Life on Netflix. It's very, I don't even know what to say. Quite frankly, those of you that have seen episode 3, say no more. My sister wanted me to react to it on TikTok, and I didn't quite know what to expect, what I was going to react to anyway. And oh my god, WTF basically. So I just chilled for a few hours basically, watched some of that, and then I was basically waiting to see when I would get hungry, because I had a packed lunch that I did with the idea of eating that around lunchtime, but I didn't actually get the chance, being called from standby. So I only got the chance when we got to the hotel this afternoon. So I ate that about 3, which was a bit late and kind of interfered with my dinner a little bit. So yeah, I was basically waiting until I was hungry. That's the moral of the story. And I just started getting a bit peckish now, and I had my eyes on Yo Sushi. I have not had a yo sushi in forever, it feels like. I got a whiff of it in the shopping centre, and that was it. I was sold. I was getting yo sushi, so I ordered it online to pick up, and that's what I've just done. I've just popped out to the shopping centre again to pick that up, and I just plan to chill for the rest of the evening now, eat my food, have a shower, and yeah, I don't have to be in bed too early. I've got a few hours at least anyway till I want to be asleep, so yeah. I quite like having a bit of extra time on some of these domestic night stops. It's just nice not to have to rush and be able to go out and do something. So yeah, I'm gonna munch on my food. I'll show you what I get actually. This is typically my regular order from Yo Sushi. So first of all, I got some cucumber maki, just a little light snack with some soy sauce. I actually ordered tons of soy sauce. I'll just take some home with me. I got some crunchy California rolls as per usual, because I get that every single opportunity I have to get sushi. Some of those to munch on. And I also got some yo fries, because those of you that have been to Yo Sushi know that yo fries are the bomb. So yeah, oh my god, I just smelt those. Oh, I haven't had them in so long. I'm so excited. And I also got a Coke as well, because I was drinking one earlier. And I always find, alright, I need your opinions in the comments. Do you prefer canned Coke or bottled Coke? Because it's very different. Those of you that say they're not different, you're lying. I think I preferred canned Coke, but over canned Coke I would say like glass bottle Coke, and on par with glass bottles there is McDonald's Coke. That's just how it is, I'm sorry. So I picked up a pair of chopsticks thinking they wouldn't put any in the bag, but they did put some in the bag. But they've given me 2 sets of chopsticks thinking that all of this is to share. It's a bit awkward, isn't it? I have absolutely no idea if I'm in focus right now, because my camera, because I've got a camera that's got like a flip screen so I can see myself and make sure I'm in focus. That decided to stop working last night, so now I have no idea if I'm in focus or not. So I'm sorry if I'm not. Now you know why. So it's 6:30 now. I've been awake for about half an hour, and I got ready in about 20 minutes again, which I for some reason always think it's going to take me like an hour. So I ended up waking up at like 5:45, and I was like, why have I done this to myself? Let's just have another 15 minutes. So that's exactly what I did. Woke up at 6, started getting ready, and at this hotel I think they normally just pop a few hot drinks and some pastries downstairs, so I'm going to head down in a minute and have a cup of tea, because I don't think I can physically function today without one. So yeah, I'm going to go downstairs, do that, go to the airport, tackle that bloody security. Oh, I'm not even ready for it, you don't even realise. And then yeah, I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do when I get to the airport at Heathrow, because I think we clear about 10:30, and I don't think I can check into my hotel until 4. So that's so long. I don't know whether I'm gonna try and sneak to the hotel and be like, please let me in. If not, I'm just gonna just chill at one of the cafes at the airport, or in the bar in the hotel, I don't know. I'll pass the time. So tomorrow I've got to wake up stupidly early. I've got to be up, I think, around 3:30 for a 5:30 report. So by the time I get ready and slowly make my way over to the airport, I like to get to the airport with at least an hour spare before report time. I like to sort of look at the plane I'm working on, just look at the all of the details that I need to look at, basically, because it's a lot. And I also have to do some temperature testing, as well as like passenger locator forms and stuff. So yeah, that's all got to be done. And by the time I've done all that, it's basically time to go to the report room anyway. Now I need to get dressed and head downstairs to fly home for a half-an-hour flight. I genuinely don't breathe on these Manchesters, because by the time I get out of my seat, serve everyone, and get down back into my seat for landing, I literally do not breathe. I don't actually know where that half an hour goes. So yeah, I will not be breathing for half an hour of the day, and then I'll be back in London to do my thing. So I am now in the hotel, the original hotel I was supposed to stay in last night, but we all know how that went. But yeah, I was a little bit annoyed because I finished at 10:15 this morning, and it said on the email for the booking for this hotel that I couldn't check in till 4, so I thought, oh my god, I've got to hang around and kill time for a good almost 6 hours and do absolutely nothing, because there is nothing to do unless I actually get in my car and leave Heathrow, which I didn't particularly want to do. So I stayed in the terminal for a little bit. I sat in Nero. I like watching the planes take off and land, you know, a bit of an av geek at the best of times. So I was enjoying that for a bit. I finished watching Sex Life, which I only started watching yesterday, which is kind of ridiculous that I finished that within 24 hours. But yeah, hey ho, that's crew life really. What else did I do? Yeah, I watched a bit of Love Island. I need to watch the rest of that, which I think I might do in a minute. And then I thought, right, I'll take a wander over to the hotel. This was about 2 p.m. and just see if they'll let me check in a bit earlier. And they said, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, here I am in the hotel. I'm going to have a bath in a minute. And once I've had a bath, I'm going to wander over to McDonald's, because there is literally a McDonald's next door to this hotel, which is one of the main perks of staying here. And I'm going to get that nice and early so I don't eat too late, because I've got to be up about 3:30 tomorrow morning, so I don't want to be going to sleep late. And if I eat earlier, I'm hoping I won't be full and uncomfortable when it is time to go to sleep. So yeah, life doesn't really get much interesting than this when you're doing short haul, because it is just the case of, you know, doing your job, coming back, preparing for the next day of doing the job again, and then coming back and doing it all. It's like just a repeat cycle. As interesting as people find flying to different countries, and they find it fascinating that one day I could be in Spain and the next day I could be going to Italy and the next day to Greece. Like, people find it so fascinating. Like, when I say to them, oh yeah, I'm just doing a there and back to so and so, they're like, oh my god, that's so cool. And I'm like, I literally don't get off the plane. I can't even enjoy it. So it's not like, I don't even feel like I'm actually going to these places. So this is why I find short haulers not as fun, because you don't have as much opportunity to go and explore Europe and the places you visit, unlike long haul. So yeah, that's one of the only reasons why I don't like short haul as much. But it is so much fun when we do get a layover somewhere in Europe, which I'm hoping will be coming back a bit sooner, and I'll be able to do some vlogs maybe in Europe someday. So the rest of the day is just not going to be interesting. I'm so sorry. The most interesting part is going to be my McDonald's, let's just face it. This is always the hardest part about being cabin crew. Ugh. That hurts my soul. So now on to what I think is the most important part of my day, and that is McDonald's. So I got out of the bath and I was feeling a little peckish, so I thought, let's go get to McDonald's and get some dinner, because now is, I reckon, a good time to get some food. So I went to McDonald's, and as soon as I got in McDonald's, a sudden urge of major hunger came over me. I don't know what happened, because I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll just get like a cheeseburger and some fries or something. Nope, that wasn't going to cut it. So what did I get? I got 6 nugget meal with medium fries, obviously. I got a little ketchup with it as well, and I also got a medium Coke. And I have realised how much Coke I have drank over the last 2 days. It is ridiculous, and I definitely need to cut back. So in addition to my meal, I thought, let's treat myself a little bit, get myself a little side snack, and I got myself a cheeseburger, because I couldn't decide whether I go for my usual quarter pounder with cheese or whether I go nuggets. So I thought, right, let's have some nuggets, and then I can get a cheeseburger on the side, which is pretty much the same as a quarter pounder, but it's just a smaller version. So I don't think I have McDonald's that often, really. I maybe have it every 3 weeks, which might be a lot to some people, but might not be a lot to others. I don't tend to eat McDonald's in America because I don't like American McDonald's. It's just disgusting in my opinion. And when I'm in the States, I'd rather have other takeaways that don't we don't have in the UK basically, which I know also isn't great for you. Takeaways are not good, but I do try and, like, for instance in America, if I'm going to get some food, I'll try a Chipotle, so I have a bit of like veg and stuff, and I tend to go for a veggie one just so it's a bit lighter as well. You know, it's just making the right choices really. I know this is not the right choice tonight, but I'm limited to options, and McDonald's is just easy. There's nothing else really around that I can walk to get food. So yeah, McDonald's it is, and I'm not mad about that. Some of you may know that I used to work at McDonald's, and that's how I met Vic. And when I left McDonald's, I vowed to myself that I would never eat McDonald's again in my life, because I was sick of it. Because those of you that have worked at McDonald's will know that on your break you do get a free meal. So I took advantage of that, you know, and I didn't end up getting a meal every single time I had a shift. I would like get some nuggets maybe and some like carrot sticks on the side, and just again make the right choices, or bring my own food. So yeah, towards the end of it I was like, I'm sick and tired of it. I maybe gave it a month max, and I was straight back eating McDonald's. It's one of those, as soon as you drive past a McDonald's and you've got like the window down, you can smell it, and instantly you're like, I need a McDonald's. Don't know about you guys, but I am always like that. And we've got about, I think we've got about 7 in Swindon where I live, and literally you drive around a corner and there's another one, and it's so tempting and so easy to get a McDonald's where I live. It's so hard to encourage myself not to go and get one. Anyway, I'm going to eat my food now, and I'm going to watch a bit of Wimbledon actually. I don't mind Wimbledon. I'm not overly fussed about the Euros. I only really watched the semi-final and the final, and especially now it's relevant because England are in the final now, if you didn't know already. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of football. In fact, I hate football, but the Euros, like the World Cup, I will watch it for the sake of watching England, I guess. And with Wimbledon, I really like Wimbledon. I don't know why, I just enjoy watching tennis. I like playing tennis. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? The more I do earlies in a row, the worse I feel. I start feeling borderline ill because it's just not normal for your body to wake up at this time. But it's got to be done, and in 12 hours I should be home, so I'm thinking about it that way, to be fair. I can't even really talk right now, like mumbling my words. Ugh. I do keep doing this thing when I have earlies that I wake up like a good hour, if not an hour and a half before I'm due to wake up, thinking I'm gonna oversleep, but feeling quite refreshed. So I'm like, oh, okay, like I can get a bit more sleep to feel even more refreshed. Then I fall back to sleep and I wake up at the time I'm due to wake up, and I feel even worse. And I've done that 2 nights in a row now. I can't get this toothpaste out. Cheers. I came into the bathroom because I put the kettle back on to have some porridge, because I've got a good 25 minutes before I need to leave the hotel. But yeah, it's like I'm looking outside, and the fact that it's still not light yet means that we are approaching the cooler seasons again, even though we are still in July. It's, yeah, this time maybe a month ago it would have been bright at this time in the morning, which makes it so much easier to wake up at this time when you do have an early. But when it is dark at this time, it really does make it difficult. Don't know why. I think it must be just like your body clock, you know, doing its thing. But yeah, waking up at this time, it's just so hard. Like, give me half an hour to get ready. Like, if I get myself ready, I really do have like a burst of energy, especially if I have a tea and some porridge or just some sort of breakfast. But I don't often get time to do that, which is quite nice. I actually have time today. So yeah, the moral of the story is I wish it was light at this time, and the fact that it's not means we're getting closer to winter. As much as I hate earlies, there's something about getting to the airport early, isn't there? There's just something about it that makes it feel like you're going on a holiday. Excuse me. Do you mind? Aww. I've only been away for 2 days. You can't stop cuddling me and showing me affection. Like, I literally have been away for 2 days. Anyway, I'm back home now after my day trip to Valencia. It was a really quick day, actually. It felt like it went quick. The only times it ever feels like it's going slow is when we're waiting around, obviously. And yeah, it wasn't too much of that today, which is fantastic. We got there, got back, and I'm home now. And that's exactly how I wanted it to be. So I've just started to unpack my suitcase, and I'm trying to pack wisely with the weather, but also with some room spare just in case I buy some stuff. Because I was contemplating checking in a suitcase just in case I do find any bigger birthday presents. However, I cannot be asked to wait to get that from the luggage belt, both in New York and back in London. Does anyone else still get... Does anyone else still get the ice cream van come around their street? I feel like that's a very 2000s thing that probably shouldn't happen anymore, but it's kind of good that it is. It feels very nostalgic, but the dog and the cats hate it. They all go nuts, as you can tell. Lulu? So yeah, I'm just going to finish up packing. I'm going to have a shower and then chill before the England game later, because that's what we're all waiting for, really, isn't it? Let me go sort the bloody dog out. Oh. So I could have stayed down another night tonight in London before my New York. However, I needed to wash my hair desperately, and I didn't bring any shampoo with me, and I only used my purple shampoo that I have here, and conditioner. I don't like to use like hotel brands and like even like shop bought brands. I have to buy specific ones from online. So yeah, my hair is in desperate need of a wash. Like, you can see how much hairspray is in it right now. Like, look at this. It just doesn't really budge, apart from down here. Up here is solid. It ain't going anywhere. Even when I try to brush through it, you can just hear how much is in there. Like, I didn't even put that much on it. I literally just like quick spritz here and there, you know. And I like to be nice and gentle with it so it doesn't break. And the glamorous life of being cabin crew. I do not know what it is about New York, but I struggle so much over here. I was fine in Chicago, which is an hour further behind. But New York, I don't get it. And I've woken up with a headache, which is not ideal because this whole trip is a really weird timed trip. As you guys know, most of my trips begin sort of afternoonish on the first day, and then there's always a night flight home, and we normally get picked up sort of evening time here, and we land mid-morning back home. So most Americas are that timing, whereas because there are normally so many New York flights a day, they obviously can't all be at the same time. So this is a slightly earlier one. So we arrived here, I think it was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. In fact, no, it might have been before we got to the hotel, I think, in the end. And we get picked up at 4 again, so we have exactly 24 hours. And yeah, it's just weird timings, because it just means that I have to try and get a little nap in a bit earlier, which might be harder, and I have less time today to go and do stuff, hence why we went out last night, as you saw, and just went to a few bars and had some drinks. Some people had food, and we had a little walk around Times Square, because most of us have been before and a couple of us haven't. So yeah, we wanted to kind of give those people who haven't been here before the opportunity to see, especially Times Square at night, because it's incredible. And I got some good photos as well for Instagram and for you guys to see. So yeah, it was a really good night last night. So we got back about 10 p.m. New York time, and I was straight to sleep. I didn't seem too tired when I got back. I was all right, but that was very misleading. And as soon as I got into bed, that was it. I was out. So yeah, I woke up about 5:30, I think. And then I thought, no, I'll get another hour in, because I could feel that I had a headache. I went back to sleep. I woke up to my alarm at 7, and it's now 8 o'clock. So I've been awake for an hour or so. And I wanted to make sure I was awake no later than 7, because otherwise there was no way I'm going to get a nap in later, and I really want to, because we land so early tomorrow morning. I think tomorrow morning we land about 6:30, so in a sense we technically get another day off, really, because we're done and dusted by 7 just after. So yeah, that's one benefit to this timed trip, as much as I seem to be complaining about it, because it's not the norm, I guess. It's just nice to have a bit of an earlier finish tomorrow morning, and that means I can get home and get into bed without feeling so guilty, because at least I can kind of sleep in a few hours, wake up and carry on with my day. Yeah, but today I am waiting till I think about 9, so a good hour from now, before I head out, because I want to go to Target again, just to have a little mooch around for some things that other people want. I want to go to a souvenir shop, because believe it or not, I don't have a shot glass from New York, which is insane considering this is the 5th time I've been here now, which is, you know, that's illegal. I need to go get a shot glass. And there are tons of souvenir shops around every single corner, so I haven't got to walk far to one. And then even better, I will show you how close this is later, but there is a Bath and Body Works on the corner of the block that this hotel is in. Yeah, so like I said, I will show you how close it is, and I'm going to be having a good look around there, because yeah, I don't need sanitizers. I'm going to try my best not to get sanitizers, but every new store you go to, there's always new scents, new scents you want to try, and it's hard to resist when they are so cheap, and they're just so handy for work and to carry around in my handbag at home. Vic's kind of instructed me, get as much as you can, because he just wants to smell and try everything. I think his obsession might be even worse than mine now. I love New York. I'm so happy to be back, and I will happily come back many times in the future, even if I feel awful on the morning I wake up. A few tablets do it, it's fine. Painkillers are there for a reason, and that's why I always carry some around in my bag. They are vital for this reason. So I'm going to chill out for an hour or so, and I will be back to talk to you in a little while. This for me is technically the Friday of my week, even though it's Tuesday. It's day 5 of me working this week, solid. And I don't even really class tomorrow, because I'm not really working for most of tomorrow. But yeah, it is my Friday today, and it definitely feels like it. I've shoved my hair up, I've chucked some clothes on that I don't really care about. So I'm heading out now. I am heading out a bit later than I wanted to. I just couldn't get myself out of bed. I was really struggling, but I thought, no, I need to get out, do what I did in Chicago and just force myself to go out, and I will feel so much better for it. So yeah, I'm not going to bring my camera with me, only because I don't like bringing my camera in busy places where you can easily get mugged, and I don't want to lose all of the footage that I've recorded this week for this weekly vlog, as that will crush me, I think. So the camera is staying here. My phone is actually in desperate need of a charge, so I'm going to keep my phone here on charge, so I don't really have any way of actually recording anything while I'm out. So I think what I'm going to do instead is just go and do my thing nice and quickly, come back, and I will show you everything I got while I'm out. If I do get anything, I may not, but I'll come back and update you either way with a little haul or just like a little update of what I got up to. Right, so I am back and I'm ready to get some sleep and eat. So, what did I get for food? No, it was not Chick-fil-A. Almost did, but I just got a Pepsi and some Chipotle. And I have realised how much Coke I have drank over the last 2 days. It is ridiculous, and I definitely need to cut back. I was actually ill on Chipotle in LA a few months ago, but I think that was more down to heat stroke than anything else, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm really fancying Mexican actually. So I stopped by Target, one of the main reasons I went out, and there's one thing in here I can't show you because it's a birthday present and someone might watch this that the birthday present is for. I actually stopped by a New York gift store and got a shot glass that was very much missing from my collection, and this is so cool. Like, look at that. I was gonna get like an I Love New York, like very typical one, but this one's like so unique. Don't know if that's even focusing because I can't even see if it's focused. Just a little bit different, you know, and that's, you know, what I like to look out for when I buy shot glasses. It's just something a bit different, and it's something that's really cheesy but really quirky at the same time. So that's my shot glass sorted. And of course, right next door to the hotel, I don't think I even showed you how close it was like I promised I would, but it's literally about a 20-second walk away, which is fantastic because there's not that many Bath and Body Works in New York, which is surprising. Right, I may have gone against my promise, and I did get some sanitizers. So I now have about 15 at home. So I got gingham, classic. I love gingham, one of my favourite scents from Bath and Body Works. I bought this one not too long ago, eucalyptus and mint, and Vic loved it, so I got him one of those. I also got strawberry kiwi, which I haven't smelled before. That's stunning. Knew I'd like that one. I got cranberry peach, which for some reason the colour of this sanitizer doesn't look like the name. I was expecting it to be like a reddy orange, but it's not. But it smells like cranberry peach. The last one I got is a fresh lemonade, and it's a very fresh lemony scent, exactly how it says in the name. I also got something that I broke a few weeks ago. So I broke my air freshener in my car, and the one that I broke is just kind of sat in my car leaking everywhere at the moment. So I bought a new one that's pretty much exactly the same as my old one, but basically the clip fell off and I lost the clip, so that's why I can't stick it to my car. So I got a new one, exactly the same, and it really goes well with the detail on the dash of my car. So yeah, I got one of those. And the two final items, and the most exciting items that I know Vic and his mum is going to be so happy about, is they had a sneak peek preview of the autumn candles that are coming soon, which is amazing. The best time of year for candles at Bath & Body Works in my opinion. And I picked up the small versions of 2 of Vic's favourite scents. And I don't even think he's seen the message that I've picked them up. So yeah, he doesn't know yet, but he's going to be so excited. So the first one, which is his absolute favourite, I bought him a sanitizer of this scent. It must have been last year or the year before. Yeah, it might have been the year before because last year I was furloughed. So yeah, I got him a sanitizer and he kept saying to me, can you get me more flannel please? But I got him the sanitizer towards the end of autumn, and when I went to go back, they'd stopped doing it. So I picked up the candle version and it's flannel. And oh my God, if you have not smelt this scent, it smells incredible. There's literally no way I can describe the smell of flannel. I can't even pinpoint what it smells like, but it's honestly beautiful. They do have bigger versions of these, but you can get 2 for $20 when you can get one bigger one, which isn't really much bigger than this, maybe double the size, for $24. So yeah, for me, it just seemed worth it to get the small ones for now, and then if he wants more, I can go back and get the bigger ones. I never see paying $24 for a candle as worth it. I'll only ever buy them normally if they're in the sale. Hence why I bought these ones instead. And the second one is Sweater Weather. This one's a very well-known scent of Bath & Body Works in the autumn as well. And again, I can't really pinpoint what it smells like. But they're both very fresh scents. They're not too heavy, and that's what we all like about them. But even like the design on the front, normally these smaller candles, the design's a bit more simple, but I love the design on these too, and that's also another reason why I got them. I did spend close to $40, but we won't talk about that. Again, I've got to go through the challenge of trying to fit all of this into my suitcase, but I make it work every time. I've got like a skill in packing cases at this point, I swear. I'm starving now, so I'm gonna go and eat, sleep, and get ready to go back home. So that is another trip done and dusted, and another week done. I can't believe how quick it's gone, even though it also felt slow at the same time. I think it's because there were so many changes again, and because of that it kind of felt slow, but at the same time the changes were really fun. Like New York, who doesn't want to come to New York? Who doesn't want to do a Manchester night stop and have a good 18 hours there to do what you want? Like, you know, it's all fun. And even though there were changes, I'm never upset about changes because, like I said, they're always fun, and I've never had a bad change on my roster. It's just never happened. So yeah, it is how it is. Nothing is set in stone. So thank you for joining me on this week. I really hope you've enjoyed seeing what I got up to. If you want me to do more of these weekly vlogs, then let me know in the comments, like this video. And I have done weekly videos in the past, so I have a collection of them on some of my playlists that I have here on my channel, so you can go and watch them back if you'd like to. So in addition to liking this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well to stick around for both travel content, but also wedding content as well. Just a quick update about the ring as well, if you just noticed that. I'm not wearing my actual engagement ring, and I'm wearing a Pandora ring that Vic got me years and years ago, just until I get my engagement ring insured, because I don't want to wear my engagement ring while it's uninsured at work and it could get damaged, you know. So I'm just wearing a Pandora ring in replacement just to have some sort of ring on. I hope you have an amazing rest of the week yourselves, and I will see you in a video very soon.